Alright, what's up everyone? We're going to test our second power, which is Munitions since the revamp. I've been testing this one for about 2 weeks now. With all the testing, there's a lot of cool things with this power. You could do a lot of different loadouts and do decent damage with this power, but we're not shooting for decent power, we're shooting for the best, so that's why this one took a little bit more time to do, to find the best damage per second. So in case you're new, I'm going to go ahead and show you where you put your stat points, skill points, whatever you want to call them. You're going to want to go ahead and put one in your weapon, because this is a play from the tray, so you're going to need one in the weapon. Then after that, you're going to make sure you get the one in the movement mode. Then after that, you might want to grab the robot and iconic. I don't use it in my main loadout, but as we go through here, you see what you might want to or have to. Okay, from your stat points, you're going to want to go all the way to the right as we're playing from the tray. Then you're going to make sure you grab all your crits first and then put the rest of them in might and power. And if you have any left over, just go ahead and dump them in the health, because as much as you can get never hurts. There was 4 PIs to choose for this power. There was a single target, so we rolled that out right away. There was 2 6-second dots, and then there was an 8-second dot. Damage per second was higher with flat cannon, that's why we chose it. There was also one that helped you build up your super faster, but damage over time was still better with flat, so that's why I chose that. And throughout a raid, you're going to go through your rotation more, then you're going to get your super even with using that, so overall the damage should be better if you use flat cannon. Okay, so using the PI looks like this, and then afterwards you can see the fire effect that lets you know, the burning effect that lets you know that your PI is active, so any move you do after this should increase the damage. For our next power, we're going to bust out railguns. So it looks like this, and then when you add your PI to it, you can see how it adds a little bit extra damage. And then next in our loadout is chain gun, and I did a lot of testing. It gets minigun and rockets with this, and damage per second, it comes out on top, and it looks like this. And then you can use it with your other powers, so the loadout's coming together. And then next we have smoke grenade, and it looks really good with this loadout. The first thing you got to remember is these loadouts are raid ready, like to do the most damage per second in a raid. That's how I build my loadout, and you can like chain stuff out if you want to go to like single target or something. Like some people can run explosive and alert, but you're not really gonna use that in a raid. So that's how I try to build my loadout for raid ready and good in any instance. I really like it because it hits pretty good. It hits everyone in the group, and it causes smoke, and it stuns the enemy. And as you can see, it's like when the smoke goes, it stuns the enemy and helps you get off the big power that you're about to drop, which is mini nuke, our last power. Truth be told, I didn't really want to use mini nuke in our loadout. The power cost is really high, and you can use 50 cal, who has a little bit less of a power cost, but I'm trying to be honest with you guys, and the honesty is damage per second, the best loadout I could come with involved mini nuke. Slightly less with 50 cal, and you can make that decision if you're running low on power, which we'll get into in a minute. But damage per second, I was able to hit this tune the way he set up over 11,000 damage per second, which is by far higher than any other loadout I could run. The main issue is I have a lot of skill points, and I run out of power after only 2 rotations. So you either gotta have a good troll, get ready to use cans if you're in a long fight in a raid, or you could drop down to 50 cal, which I was able to get 3 rotations through, or you can do minigun or a couple other options up about the 30 way. Loadout's not tricky, you just run it straight through how I got it set up from beginning to end, one after another, then you just reset from the beginning. Now if 50 cal doesn't work for you, if it's still a little bit too power hungry, you can always use minigun, you can use rocket launcher. Those are all pretty good. You can even use the robot, which I hate when people just throw that into a loadout when they don't know what else to throw there. To me, I don't like using the robot at all, and for my testing, it's not even all that great. It's kind of lazy. I would say that if you need to though, like especially lower when you don't have the power to run it, I'm using the robot just to take some power away. It was okay though when I use it in testing, it just wasn't max damage per second. But I mean, you can, if you have to, you could throw a robot in there. Now when it comes to your super, a lot of people like big gun, it's 100%er, then it's gone, you gotta build it all the way back up. Brady gets adds massive damage. My buddy Space, who's been helping me with this loadout, he likes to run turret. That's good, it gets adds and bosses, and it's only a 50%er, so I would say try them both out, see which one you like or which one you prefer, but those seem to be the best 2 that we both agreed upon. I will say this though, I went around YouTube today and I actually looked at a couple of different people's loadout videos. Seems like everyone wants to add robot to, like, oh, the OP power, then everybody wants to add robot to it. It's like they didn't even take time to really test every power and everything. So watch where you get your information from. I can promise you any video I do, I'm trying to give you the best DPS loadout I can give you, the best raid ready DPS loadout I can give you. It's got many hours of testing, not just dummies, but in-game gameplay. So big shout shout out goes to my buddy Space, who also helped me spend a lot of time testing munitions. He likes it so much he mains it now. So just watch where you get information from. A lot of people copy paste what someone else has said, and it doesn't even matter if they're right or wrong. I don't think a lot of people spend a quality time testing, so just watch where you get your loadout information from now on. I literally just made an electric video. It's been over 20 hours of testing. I actually went and looked at some of the day, and his was close. He put his dots on last, but you should always start out with your dots so they're burning as you're going. Last, he goes, no, that's wrong. So, and he had quite a few views, so anyone who watched his videos, if they believe that to be true, they're doing their loadout wrong, which is probably why I'm winning every raid. So just watch where you get your information from. Double check it. Don't treat every video like it's gospel. Do your own testing too. Once we're just here to guide you and show you. I believe this loadout is correct. I believe it's right. I believe all my videos are right. I spend a lot of time testing. I could miss something though, and if I do, feel free to shout it in the comments. Or if you got any ideas that you would like to share with the community, feel free to add them to the comments. And if this video helps you at all, please give me a like. That's it for today. Have a nice day. This is Kelly Cares.